Good morning, Parkland. 1 day down and 4 more to go. Today's weather will be sunny and 73 degrees. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Do you hear that? It's here. It's time for the Aerospace Fact of the Day. John Herschel Glenn Jr. is a former U.S. Marine Corps aviator, engineer, astronaut, and United States Senator. He was selected as one of the Mercury 7 group of military test pilots selected in 1959 by NASA to become America's first astronauts and fly the Project Mercury spacecraft. On February 20th, 1962, Glenn flew the Friendship 7 mission and became the first American to orbit the Earth and the fifth American person in space. Glenn received the Congressional Space Medal in honor in 1978 and was inducted into the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame in 1990. Here's a short video of Glenn talking about being an astronaut.
Well, people ask, what do you feel like just before launch? And there's sort of a serious answer and then a not so serious answer. And the not so serious is that, how do you think you'd feel if you knew you were on top of 2 million parts built by the lowest bidder on a government contract? It's a very serious time. You've trained very hard for this. You think back in those days we hadn't done an orbital flight yet. We were very competitive in that first group of 7 astronauts, but when it came time for a flight, you never found a tighter group of 7 all backing what was going on that flight.
Could you tell us a little bit about what you saw on the view?
When you launch and you're up there and first into orbit, then you first are detached from the booster. The first thing it has done is the spacecraft turns around so that the ablation shield, the heat shield, is facing in the direction of flight. So if you have to make an immediate emergency re-entry, you could. And that re-entry attitude was a little bit nose down so that I could look out through the window and look back clear across the state of Florida and around the Gulf of Mexico. And as I think my words at that time were a beautiful view, which it certainly was.
Oh, that view is tremendous.
To see things from that altitude, and that was the way it was on around the world. You could see whole nations.
Beyond human sight, Friendship 7 makes a slow boat out of the sun.
Okay, does the capsule look like it's okay, over? The capsule looks good from here, over.
Some Parkland news.
Thanks, Gabby. Our first announcement is for SGA students. Ms. DeLauder wants to remind you that you will not meet this week. Attention, Parkland boys softball players. There is no practice today. You will practice tomorrow on Wednesday at 3:20, so be prepared to be outside. You will play Thursday at Rosa Parks. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes will meet tomorrow after school. See Ms. Baumann if you have any questions. The Civil Air Patrol meets tomorrow. See Ms. McGraw if you have any questions. This week we will be debuting a new segment here on PPTV, Sam's Corner. Our resident advice expert, Sam, will be here answering your questions. If you have a question for Sam, place it in the envelope on the door of the TV studio before 5th period on Wednesday. Super SIU begins on Thursday. All interested students must complete application form to be accepted to the club. See Dr. Cohen in room 2028 for applications. Now here's Maria.
Thank you, Janaya. Panthers, have you ever heard the expression, size doesn't matter? On Friday, proof of that statement was caught on a security camera. A 20-pound French bulldog courageously defended her California home from 2 bears on Friday. The dog confronted the bears and chased them up and down the stairs of Hernandez's porch until the trespassers hopped over the gate and fled the scene. At least one of the bears was estimated to weigh about 100 pounds. She was rewarded for her fearlessness with a bath and doggy treats. Check out the footage. happy birthday to these students today.
Hippity hoppity, it's your birthday. Hippity hoppity, it's your birthday. Hippity hoppity, have a happy, hippity hoppity birthday.
Thank you, Maria. Panthers, according to author Maya Angelou, nothing will work unless you do. Don't take the easy way out, Panthers. Make sure you are working in order to achieve your dreams. We will see you tomorrow. Bye!
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.